Hey everyone, Kyle Mike here from MLive.com, joined by Justin Rogers. It's round 2, Justin. It's Lions, Panthers. It's today. Who you got?
Wow, just going straight out with it, huh?
Let's do it.
No, I like the Panthers in this one. I think it's going to be a close game. I see a very competitive game, lower scoring than, probably maybe any Lions game this season, just because of the great defense, the front seven the Panthers present. So yeah, I'm leaning with the Panthers in a close one.
Myself as well, and I just think that the Panthers front seven is going to overwhelm the problems, the uncertainty the Lions have at right tackle, and I think that's going to be a major issue for the Lions, what they try to do offensively, which is get the ball downfield to Calvin, Golden Tate. I think the Lions like to run to the right. We've mentioned that throughout the week. The Lions like to run behind Larry Warford, but how many lanes are going to be open on that side when you've got either Cornelius Lucas or Garrett Reynolds starting there? That's just too big of a concern for me, especially when you're playing a team as good as the Panthers and you're playing it on the road. The Lions are not exactly known for their prowess on the road.
One thing I think that could help keep this game close is Cam Newton's, I think, uncertain status. He's coming back from a rib injury. Those things take a little time to overcome. He's probably going to be reluctant to take hits, whether he is or whether the coaching staff is reluctant to take for him to take hits, because they've got 15 games to go as well. They don't want him banged up for the long run. So I don't know how mobile he's going to be, and if he's more of a pocket passer in this game, that's a big disadvantage for the Panthers, just looking at the receiving core. I understand they got a first-round pick in Kelvin Benjamin, but that's still a rookie. Nothing else on their group really wows you. So the less he runs, the better it is for the Lions.
Yeah, he's nursing that rib injury too, and I think they are going to take a lot of precautions with him. I'm interested to see Kelvin Benjamin and how he stacks up. We've heard so much throughout the offseason and just a little bit this week, the comparisons between Benjamin, their first rounder, and Calvin Johnson, as much as it hurts me to say that, because obviously they aren't in the same league. Well, technically they're in the same league, the NFL, but they're not in the same league in terms of ability. Stature-wise, they are similar, though. And it's interesting, Benjamin took about 26% of his snaps, of his routes were run last week out of the slot, which means he's going to be matched up a little bit with Nevin Lawson potentially. Nevin Lawson's 5'9", so I'm just curious to see how that plays out. They're actually, I talked to Lawson about it this week. Lawson said that they actually faced each other in high school one time too, because they're both South Florida kids. Lawson wasn't guarding him. He was a safety at the time and played tailback, so they didn't have too many direct head-to-head matchups, but they did face each other. Lawson's eminently familiar with Benjamin. It'll be kind of interesting to see that matchup if Benjamin does end up in the slot as he was last week.
I know people love to make comparisons. Even me, it helps me understand a guy's skill set. Benjamin looks like Calvin Johnson. They're both 6'5", 6'6" guys in the 230, 240 range. He does not have Johnson's speed. What Benjamin does very well is he uses his body to his advantage. He can high point and catch, very difficult to defend, knows how to use his length, but he can't create separations. He can't break out of his routes like Calvin Johnson, and I don't know if anybody can at Johnson's size. That's why he's such a elite athlete.
When Benjamin's in the slot, he's 6'5", Lawson's 5'9". I'm not sure how much separation you need to.
Yeah, no, it's like Joe Fourier.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. Score.
I have it, I believe, 20-17. Even if I don't, that's right in the ballpark of where I was thinking.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, I don't know what I wrote down.
I had 24-20. I know that. Panthers, and I think it'll be a close game. I like what I saw from the Lions, and I see a lot of people picking the Lions. I saw something from ESPN, like 11 out of 13 experts predicted Panthers. Yeah, I saw that today. But that to me is reactionary. Coming into the year, I thought the Lions would handle the Giants, which they did, because the Giants aren't very good, and the Panthers are pretty good, and this game is on the road where the Lions typically aren't pretty good. And so I'm trying to play this as I saw it in the preseason. I just think that the Lions are talented, but this game doesn't necessarily lend itself to a win.
And I don't think either one of us would be surprised if they do go in and win this game.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I don't expect it.
Yeah, it's a close matchup. The Lions' offense is better, and the Carolina defense is better, but it's just one of those games where when you're evenly matched, I'm gonna generally take the home team. Vegas favors them by 3, a home team by 3 by default for a reason.
Right. That's what we got. Thanks for tuning in. He's Justin Rogers, and I'm Kyle Meinke. We are MLive. Keep it right here.